Hey, what's happening, friends? Chris is back. I have another tip for you. The last video I showed you guys was on the glute ham raise, and then a version of the glute ham raise where you take a band, you squeeze your butt, and you pull your heels back, kind of a manual version or a hacked version of the glute ham raise. I got some good feedback from that. Turns out a couple people got deadlift PRs because they tried that trick. Right on, right on. So I thought to myself, what else can I do to help out my friends? I thought I'd give you another band tip. The great thing about bands, you can attach them over bars to squat with them, you can pull with them. They're great for that. That's what they're kind of most hyped up for. The benefits are pretty clear there, but their versatility is so awesome. I've used these things for like 15 years, all throughout my powerlifting career, to train when I didn't have access to a barbell, to warm up, to use them as assistance exercises to build certain parts of my body. And one, probably my all-time favorite exercise, this one for the hips and the back, very important for being strong and explosive and sexy, is the banded good morning. You can use, I'll show you a couple versions. You can use this as a warm-up tool, so like 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 to maybe 20 reps. If you're using a light band, you can do 20 reps. Just to get blood in your back, to sort of prime your hips, get you ready for pulling and squatting and jumping and everything else you might do in the gym. I'll also show you a version that's a little tougher you can use as an assistance exercise to actually build these muscles after you do your main work, for 2 or 3 or 4 sets, a little bit heavier, maybe 8 to 15 reps, whatever you choose to do. So the first version is a simple good morning. You take a band, average band, this is a Rogue average band, medium resistance. You can use bigger ones if you're strong. If you're new to this stuff, start with a light one. Always start on the side of light, or you can always add resistance. What you want to do, step on the band, shoulder width apart. You can also do wider, like sumo stance, to work a little more hip, get a little more stretch out of this band. Align the band to where it's just in front of your heel, so your forefoot and your heel are really solid on the ground. You need good footing, because the last thing you want to do is put this over your head and get pulled down and flip over like a fish. So grab it about like so. What you do is just going to bend over in a good morning position, just pop it right over your head. So 3, 2, 1, just like this. Get it low on your neck. Use your hands to kind of pull it apart again. If it's pulling too close, it could choke you out. You don't want to lose consciousness and look like an idiot in the gym. This is going to be silly enough as it is, but people will get used to it. And all you do, you stick your hips back. The band will get a little bit loose, but it's okay. You'll feel a good, nice stretch. What you want to do is just push back through. Use your hips, fire them. Get a nice arch. You're going to feel this band trying to pull you down, right? It's just going to stretch the muscles all the way from the neck, all the way to your butt. It's going to feel good. So if I do a couple reps in a row, I sit back, I pop up, I hold, I sit back, I pop up, I hold, just like that. Take it off your neck, and you're good to go. The next version of this, a little bit harder. I actually picked this up years ago, like a decade ago, from Brent Mikesell. This is how you say this last time. He was one of the best squatters I ever saw. Search him on YouTube. B-R-E-N-T-M-I-K-E-S-C-L-L, I think. Great, great squatter out of Washington. So, what you do for this is you just choke the band around something solid. Bottom of the power rack works perfectly. Choke it around. Step over it. Spread your feet out a little bit. Pop it right over your head in that same way. Stretch it out. You hear my kid trying to get out. Take a nice shoulder width stance. Go straight back. Now be careful. You want to have a little bit of forward body lean. You don't want to be pulled back. Nice forward body lean. Stretch. Pop your hips through. And keep that band stretched apart, because you don't want this band mashing your genitals. That's a bad thing. Hips back. Stretch. Pop through. And just do some reps. Boom. Boom. One more tip for you. You can do this exercise with an arch back. Hips back far, push it through. You can also do it where you kind of unfold and round your back sort of one vertebrae at a time. It's not too heavy, so it's perfectly safe. So just easily round over to where it feels a little stiff. Come up and hold that. Try that exercise as a warm-up before you deadlift and squat. Try that exercise as an assistance lift afterwards. And tell me friends, if you don't do better that day in those exercises. If you like this video, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again soon, man. Cheers.